Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Annabelle Howes, in for Christine Wiggins, and today is Tuesday, March 3rd. Coming up on Cullman Today. Cullman Police say 5 people were arrested in a child exploitation operation, plus a Bremen man was killed Sunday in a single-vehicle crash in Cullman County, and Hanceville Council previews new website and approves Sunday alcohol sales. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. Cullman Police say 5 people were arrested last week during a proactive child exploitation operation conducted with Cullman County District Attorney Champ Crocker and Covenant Rescue Group. Police identified the suspects as Trayvon Levon Jefferson, 35, of Killen, Texas, Ian Gray Carroll, 29, of Somerville, Rodrigo Uriel Hernandez, 25, of Malin, Timothy James Armstrong, 37, of Hamilton, and Adrian Neal Horton, 35, of Tony. Cullman Police say each suspect faces 2 counts of first-degree human trafficking, 1 count of electronic solicitation of a child, and 1 count of traveling to meet a child for an unlawful sex act. Police said Carroll also faces 1 count of possession of unlawful hemp products. Cullman Police Chief Joey Duncan credited the partnership with the District Attorney's Office and Covenant Rescue Group, and the department said it will continue efforts focused on protecting children and holding offenders accountable. A Bremen man was killed in a single-vehicle crash Sunday in Cullman County. Alabama State troopers identified the victim as William L. Rhodes, 56. Troopers said the crash happened around 5:35 p.m. when the 2013 Ford F-100 Rhodes was driving, left the roadway, and struck a tree. Troopers said Rhodes was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The crash happened on County Road 54 near Bug Tussle Road, about 4 miles northeast of Bremen. Troopers with the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency's Highway Patrol Division are investigating, and no further information has been released. The Hanceville City Council says a new city website should launch soon, designed to make it easier for residents to find basic services and information. Leaders say the site will list where to pay light, water, and gas bills, include phone numbers for departments, and provide details for vehicle and mobile home property renewal tags. The website will also include a Where Do My Taxes Go breakdown, a staff directory with contact information, and tools like reporting outdoor issues, locating storm shelters, and checking zoning. The city also plans to highlight local events, restaurants, and council meetings. In other business, the council approved ordinances allowing alcohol sales on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. after public comment. The council also recognized Hanceville Elementary School for being named among Alabama's top 25 most improved schools and recognized Lauren Bentley as Cullman County Elementary Teacher of the Year. Food Truck Night is being proposed for Thursdays at Tucker Park starting April 2nd. The Hanceville Irish Festival is set for Saturday, March 14th, and the next council meeting is Thursday, March 12th at 6 p.m. at City Hall. And that's all of our top stories this morning. Coming up, Cold Springs girls advance to 2A title in Adams' first season. Sports is next. Welcome back. Cold Springs Paige Adams won a state title as a player in 2008, and now in her first season as head coach, she'll coach the Lady Eagles for one. Monday at Legacy Arena in Birmingham, the number 10 Lady Eagles locked in defensively and pulled away from Lanett for a 55-43 win in the 2A semifinals. Ella Dickerson led Cold Springs with 22 points. The Lady Eagles will play for the 2A state championship Friday at 9 a.m. at Legacy Arena. In other news, Cullman's varsity tennis teams competed in the Warrior Tournament in Florence on Saturday. The varsity girls finished runner-up with titles from Elizabeth Hughes and Kate Preston Bates at number 2 doubles, Lucy Williamson and Addie Townsend at number 3 doubles, and Kate Preston Bates at number 5 singles. Hughes was runner-up at number 1 singles. And the varsity boys placed 4th overall. Logan Powell and Zeke Chaney won number 3 doubles, and Chaney also took the number 6 singles title. And Fairview has named longtime defensive coordinator Brian Simmons as its new head football coach, following George Redding's resignation on February 20th. Simmons steps into the lead role after 19 years on Redding's staff and will take over a program in the middle of the most successful stretch in school history. Under Redding, the Aggies posted 5 10-win seasons, including 4 since 2020, and went 10-0 in last year's regular season before reaching the third round of the playoffs. Simmons told players this week that the standard at Fairview isn't changing, emphasizing attention to detail and doing things the right way, even in small areas. Simmons also serves as Fairview's athletic director and head softball coach, and the staff is evaluating how coaching duties will be divided moving forward. And that wraps up sports for today. Coming up next, Cullman County Schools names January Employees of the Month, plus Cullman City Primary's Book Buddy adoption kicks off Read Across America. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Cullman County Schools has announced its January Employees of the Month, Amanda Bailey and Amber Jones. Bailey is a kindergarten teacher at Welty Elementary. The district said Bailey is known for bringing creativity and purpose into her classroom and for the care she shows students each day. Jones serves as the secretary at Hanceville Middle School. School leaders said she helps keep the front office running smoothly and is often the first friendly face families, students, and staff see when they walk through the door. Cullman County Schools also thanked AmFirst for donating a $100 gift card to each employee of the month. Students at Cullman City Primary School took part in the school's annual Book Buddy adoption, giving K-2 students a fun new way to connect with reading. Each child adopted a stuffed puppy or kitten to take home to snuggle, hug, and feed with words by reading aloud. The tradition helps launch Read Across America Week and aims to build a lifelong love of books in a cozy, memorable way. The activity was inspired by the 2016 children's book Madeline Finn and the Library Dog, with students learning how reading aloud can build confidence and that a quiet listener can still be a great audience. School leaders thanked parents and the PTO for providing more than 750 stuffed animals so every child could bring home a book buddy. Pilot Light Home in Cullman has provided short and long-term foster care placements for children through the Alabama Department of Human Resources since 1981. The nonprofit home can accommodate up to 6 children and is supported through DHR stipends, local fundraising, and private donations. Leaders say many children placed there have experienced trauma, developmental disabilities, or behavioral challenges, and the home works to provide a structured, supportive environment as they attend school and take part in everyday activities. Operating costs remain significant, including nearly $23,000 a year in insurance, along with ongoing maintenance and transportation needs. The organization recently received funding through the Alabama Mountains, Rivers, and Valleys RC&D Council for new flooring, completed by O.F. Richter and Sons. Community support is still needed. Current needs include food, paper goods, and personal care items. Donations may be mailed to Pilot Light Incorporated, P.O. Box 221, Cullman, Alabama 35056. Wallace State Community College is now accepting applications for fall 2026 admission for its health science programs, offering more than a dozen pathways into medical careers. Most programs will take applications from March 1st through June 1st. Nursing applications will be accepted March 15th through May 15th. The new Speech Language Pathologist Assistant Program is accepting applications through April 1st for summer admission of its first cohort. Minimum requirements vary by program and can include a GPA, ACT scores, and a completed prerequisite courses. Students may apply to more than one program, though the college recommends applying to no more than 3. To review programs and requirements, visit wallacestate.edu/health. For more information, visit wallacestate.edu, call 256-352-8236, or email lioncentral@wallacestate.edu. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message.
It all starts with who you are. You know, I always tell our players, who you are is more important than what you do. How high you jump, how fast you run, because who you are is your character. And your character is an accumulation of your thoughts, your habits, and your priorities on a day-to-day basis, because those 3 things determine the choices you make. And the choices you make you who you are. Good guy, bad guy, hard-working, lazy, responsible, irresponsible. And it takes a certain amount of discipline to do what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, the way it's supposed to get done.
Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who lost their lives this week. Nellie Ramsey Burks, 89, of Cullman, passed away Friday, February 27th. Graveside service will be held today at 1 p.m. at Missionary Grove Cemetery. Edna Washington Leeth, 74, of Hanceville, passed away on Wednesday, February 25th. Visitation will be Saturday, March 7th from noon to 1 p.m. at Hanceville Funeral Home. A memorial service will follow. Tony Lee Thompson, 65, of Vinemont, passed away Saturday, February 28th. Memorial service is incomplete at this time. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and family. Now, let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today will be partly sunny with a high near 76 and a light south wind around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 55. Winds go light and stay calm overnight. Tomorrow stays partly sunny and warmer with a high near 80 and a light south breeze. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy with a low around 57 and calm winds. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us, and remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. But until then, I'm Annabelle Howes with Cullman Today. Have a wonderful day, Cullman.